Hello and welcome to Gamersledge podcast. Come on in, have a refreshing piece of KFC iced chocolate chip cake
The
and a
heck?
giant glass of refreshing ice cold milk. Sit down and relax. Welcome to Gamersledge podcast. It's a conversation between friends. It's a look at what it means to be a hardcore gamer, discussing the video gaming industry. I am your host, Balth, and with me this week is Neo Sapien
Howdy.
and Burgundy.
Hi.
And we have a placeholder for Dude Monkey. He'll be here shortly. We are meeting across Google Hangouts. This is a fan-supported and listener-supported podcast by fans just like you. We give this to you ever free of charge almost every Thursday on iTunes.com. Oh, we haven't done that for a while. We're going to talk about that. We may start the audio podcast back up. Gamersledge.com, YouTube, Twitch.tv. Rate us, subscribe to us, like us. Please like us. Write into gamersledge@gmail.com. Let us know what you like, questions you have, or topics you would like us to discuss. Let's go around the room and start with what we've been playing this week. We start first with Amazon.co.jp Boxman, Dave.
Hi. This week really was just I was trying to do my Alliance duties and play a lot of Marvel Puzzle Quest.
And thank you for your duty. Duty.
Yeah. I did a lot of duty this week. I'm sure it's going to be all for naught. And
You should be getting crystals from it at least.
yeah, I'm loading up on that, and now I'm at the point where it's at the point again where it's happening again. I have nothing to spend them on because I'm not getting any kind of prizes or cards for people I need or powers I need or anything like that. So it's just the same thing happening again, and then eventually I'm just going to get a bunch of them, and I'm going to be able to spend all the points. They really know how to work me on this game. It's really annoying, but I love it anyway.
What else have you been playing?
I've been reading. I've read the third book of the X-Hero series.
Mm-hmm.
And I downloaded. There was some new PSN Plus game I downloaded for the PS4, and it finished downloading right as this was about to start, so I didn't get a chance to play it.
Which one?
It's like Stick It to the Guy or something like that.
Stick It to the Man.
Yeah,
I haven't downloaded it yet. I need to.
Yeah, I just downloaded that, and Mercenary Kings also finished downloading.
Mercenary Kings, you haven't played that yet?
No.
It's
that was
very,
the other
very
week,
good.
right? Yeah, I heard. It seems right in my wheelhouse of stuff I should be playing. So I'm probably going to check that out after the podcast. So I'm pretty excited for that because I haven't really touched a controller in a couple weeks.
It's really good if you play online with other people.
Now you just killed it. Why'd you gotta go and say that?
Yeah, I thought it was a single player game, dude.
It is a single player game.
I'm going to go delete it now.
You can totally play it as a single player game. It just so happens that it's really good with multiplayer as well.
Okay, maybe I'll do that. It's just not going to happen tomorrow, so don't get excited.
No problem. Anything else happen? Or you play anything else?
I'm trying to think. No. No, not at all.
All right, Neo Sapien. Matt, let's delve into what you've been playing.
Well, I'm gonna do that one last. So, let's see. I played some of Velocity on the Vita, which was either last week or 2 weeks ago. It's free drop.
Can you get a raptor in that?
There is not a raptor.
So there's no Velocity Raptor?
No Velocity Raptor.
Wait, what's Velocity? Why does that sound familiar?
Well, it's a game that's been out for a while. It's a scrolling bottom to top, like a 1942, 1943. But there is shooting, but it's mostly a collection quest to save all the pods. But you have this little ship, and you're scrolling from the bottom to the top, and then it's got this teleport power where you have to jump from clear area to clear area. And then it's also got one where you can set up like a teleport base, so when the path splits. You drop a teleport base, and then you go this way till you get to the end. Then you go back, and you got to go this way so you can get all the stuff. And you're rated on how quickly you do it and how many of the survivors you get, and a couple other factors. It's fun. It's not super great. It's not super hard unless you're trying to get gold medals on everything. I'm pretty much consistently getting silvers on most of the levels. So.
I won't play that, and only the Vita version is free, correct?
Correct.
I do want to play that, but I'm waiting for Luftrausers to go on sale.
Luftrauser.
The Transistor went up for pre-sale too, so I pre-ordered that.
Oh, how much is it?
$19. I swear to God, if you balk on that price on that game.
No, I was just thinking if you buy it for $20, then it should be free in a couple weeks. So maybe I should wait on buying it. No, I'm probably going to go.
In 2 weeks, it'll probably be free on Plus. You got a good point there.
No, I'll go ahead and order it. So when you do that, do they charge your card immediately?
I believe so, actually. Because I saw a thing.
Okay, who's watching TV in the background?
I don't know. It's me.
Not me.
It's me, but I don't understand because I just have my news stories up.
So there's a commercial in the background that started playing.
Yeah, but it's been up for like 20 minutes.
Yeah, there's pages that do that where they're like timed and then it'll.
If you're using Chrome, you can see what tab it is. There's a little.
I'm in the Chrome. I'm in the tab, but it's never mind. It's done. Correct. Professional, yay!
Just let it finish. It'll be over soon.
So let's see. I also played. I was just gonna move on, and then you guys. Also played The Walking Dead.
Sorry, my phone's blowing up now. You played The Walking Dead.
Season 2, Episode 2. So
how good is Season 2, Episode 2?
Season 2, Episode 2 is delish.
I am really enamored. Every time I step into that world, I pick up the controller and I go into it, I'm immediately right back where I left off, and it's like nothing is no moments have passed. That game captures something in my imagination that very few games do.
It's solid. I mean, the PlayStation 3 version of this one, I didn't notice any of the lag that I was getting in The Wolf Among Us.
I had some, but I think it's got to do with how much stuff you've got on your hard drive too.
1 second.
See now he gets back. Yay!
Yeah, you extra people in the house that can't wait for things. So there was that. It's great. I mean, so far they cannot do any wrong. I mean, even if you want to rag on the Jurassic Park game, which I have not finished, so I guess I can't say that whether it was that good or that bad. It wasn't bad. It wasn't that bad. I loved their Back to the Future game, even though that was a much older style version of the point-and-click adventure formula. But I don't know what it is about that game, but I did die a few times because I had just come off of playing Wolf Among Us, and all the default actions in Wolf Among Us are R2, and they're R1 in Walking Dead. So I did die a few times before my brain caught up with the fact I'd switched games. But that was a good couple hours. I stayed up way too late playing it, but it was good, fun. And then I did start out Stick It to the Man, but I was excruciatingly tired. If you want to watch me like tired drunk play a game, go to Twitch. It's the only game I have archived out there. It's the only video I have out there that's archived. You can watch me tired drunk play Stick It to the Man. It's an interesting game. I guess that's all the further I got. That's about all I can say is it actually has more in common with a point-and-click adventure than pretty much anything else I can think of to compare it to.
Really? I'm not even sure what the game is because I. Okay. Let's presume you've watched like a promo or read any promo. That's the level of spoiler we'll get into here.
you play a dude whose name I forget at the moment, who his profession is hard hat tester. And as you're done with a day of work and you are trying to get home, which involves a lot of jumping, so there is some minor platforming element there too. You get hit in the head with a mysterious thing. And when you get hit in the head with a mysterious thing, you pass out and you go into this dream where you've got this giant. It looks like one of those.
Are you being spoiler free, or is this just your actual description of it?
I'm being spoiler free.
Okay, all right, great. Because I was really worried about
the generic term is. So anyway, you've got coming out of your head.
All I know is this game sounds like it's really hitting home for me right now.
Damn it.
A little too close to home.
Okay. So in your dream, you've got this hand that looks like one of those sticky hands you used to get out of the quarter machines, those kind of things, and you use that to collect items and swing from platform to platform to solve the puzzle to progress, and then you wake up in a ambulance or hospital or something with a bandage around your head, and it's like, oh, it was just a dream. Until you get sick of having the head bandage on, and you pull it off, and there's the giant. He calls it a spaghetti arm, but literally it looks like a floating version of one of those elastic sticky hands. And then you proceed to go into the game, which is basically, you need this to get this, 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 to get to the next part. Go. And you use the sticky hand to interact with the environment, and you have to. The typical, you have to feed the dog so he'll give up the this so you can use it to open the that so you can get the thing that'll go to the something, and that kind of gameplay with some minor platforming using the sticky hand is kind of like a bionic commando arm. And that's all the further I've gotten. So really can't say much more than that. And I didn't really say much with saying that.
All right.
So give it a try. It's definitely a unique visual style. It's a kind of a layered effect to get a kind of pseudo 3D. So there's kind of a foreground, a midground, and a background, and everything's kind of 2D but kind of 3D. It's
called parallax scrolling. We've had that for years now.
Well, I know, but most people don't know that term. I mean, really, they don't. I mean,
our fans do.
Well, you're true. You're right. You're right. I'm selling you all short. I apologize.
Anybody that's watching this and is still watching this.
I mean, it was basically a technique that was pioneered in animation with Snow White, so it's been around for a while. So,
see, don't you feel better now?
I do. I feel better now. I got to geek out a little bit. Oh, okay. So basically, there's that. I don't think I played anything else except, Tiny Death Star. And then a funny little thing that I got introduced to by some evil person called Hearthstone.
I'm going to be over here.
And Hearthstone, I'm sure Mr. Balth will fill in more of the blanks on it, but for those of you who don't know, it's a World of Warcraft.
Before you get into that, actually, Gaz from Geek Chat asks, what is Hearthstone?
What is Hearthstone?
Run away.
Run. Well, if anyone is familiar with the term TCG or trading card game, Hearthstone is in essence a electronic trading card game, very similar to the thread of the World of Warcraft or Versus systems. I don't know, is the World of Warcraft card game still going? I mean, I haven't seen anything.
No, it failed.
Did it die?
Which is hilarious because now Hearthstone is like this huge success, and it's the exact cards, the exact artwork, the exact mechanics.
Really?
So, yeah, okay. It's pretty much the World of Warcraft card game, but yeah.
But so, the game is free. All you have to have, is a Battle.net account. And so if you've played Diablo or World of Warcraft or anything put out by Blizzard, you have one of these. And you get a login, and you can download the game for free, and you can play the game for free. Now, there is the option to spend money to get gold to buy extra packs, But you don't have to. I have been playing the game just fine with what the game gives me and the gold that I've earned from accomplishing the daily and quest feats. They called feats or accomplishments or goals or I forget what they're called. But anyway, quests. There you go, quests. That should have been It's World of Warcraft. But you start out with one wizard. There's a total of 9 unlockable wizards each, or characters, excuse me. One of which is a wizard.
Either 9 or 12. I can't remember which.
Yeah, and so you unlock them. Each of them has a special ability that you can use during the game, and they have certain cards that are for their class only, and there are other cards that are for every class. So you go out, you have to play through a tutorial set, which is like 6 bouts, I think. Each bout they introduce some new element to the game. And once you're done with that, you can go in and start playing with random people, or what did I say the other night? Randos. Randos.
The amazing randos.
Randos. So
versus randos.
So you go out there, you can play that, or as Balth and I did, you can set up a closed game and you can play against each other. And playing without starting deck, I was able to take out a couple of his constructed decks a couple of times. So it's fairly accessible. Now, I did play against one rando that just totally decimated me, and it was partially, bad drawing on my part, and partially just he really had his stuff together. But for the most part, most of the games have been close. It's been fun, and it's fun, but it hasn't been to that point where I feel like I need to play it all the time. So it's been good for me. And then I tried to play it again last night, and my internet crashed, so that was sad. It is online only. If you lose your internet connection, they say goodbye.
Did you play anything else?
I don't think so. I was trying to think of if I did, but I don't think so. I don't think I played any Diablo this week.
I will pick up where you left off and say that I, on the other hand, have been obsessing and doing deck research online and trying to figure out competent deck builds. I'm to the point where I'm winning 2 out of every 3 matches that I play online. Today, I managed to get enough gold pieces, because when you complete the quests, it gives you gold pieces. So with the gold pieces, you can enter the arena, which is basically you get random cards and you build a deck, and then you go play against other people. This is better than buying a pack. A pack costs 100 gold pieces. You'll win that just by going through the tutorial, FYI. But when you get 150, you can enter the arena, and what happens is that you get a bunch of random cards and you make a deck out of it. And every time you win while playing against live players who have done the exact same thing of building a random deck, you get this key upgrade. And the more wins you get, the more the key gets upgraded. You have till you lose 3 times. And when you lose 3 times, then you use the key, it unlocks your prizes. So the more times you win, the better the prizes. But doing that today, on my first round, I ended up winning like 5 games in a row, or 5 games before I lost my 3. And I managed to actually get enough for another entry into the arena, plus a pack of cards. The minimum is a pack of cards and perhaps some dust. So what's dust, you might ask? Well, you can only have 2 of every card, so that's the theoretical maximum you ever need to have. What do you do if you get extras of those cards as you open packs? The answer is you convert them to dust, and with that dust, it's like an alternate currency, if you will. You can buy the cards that you don't have, like rares or epics or legendary cards. So it's a very, very cool system. You don't have to spend any money. They do make it very easy if you want to, but you don't have to. And Burgundy, Dave, you said you're going to start playing this week, right?
Yeah. So let's kick my crack habit and replace it with meth. That's a great idea.
I think so.
That works.
It works.
That's real solid thinking there.
You can play with us. We'll shelter you.
No. the worst pusher I've ever met in my life.
Well, you can play against me then. One, you're almost guaranteed to win. Two, I'm not going to pressure you into anything.
That is pressure. That's like a little. That's not even like that's like that whole reverse psychology. Like, oh, I'm not gonna pressure you. I'm
Well,
your friend.
I don't understand how it's
fine.
a
Just stick
pressure.
this needle in your arm. It's
No,
okay.
no.
It's
How
cool.
is it pressure
You
to
can
say
stop
it's a
anytime you
free
want.
client download? You can install it. You do not have to spend a single
You
dime.
didn't know me when I was into that stuff, okay? You wouldn't like me in that stuff.
You wouldn't
I
like
would.
you when you
Clean.
game?
Yes, I would, because that's the type of people I hung around with
I've
when
been
I was
clean for
doing
like
the
15 years, man. I can't go back.
pro circuit scene. That's all I got to say. My goal is to get into the pro circuit next year.
Dude, I played Magic with people who made the game. Because that happened in Philly. And we used to like play with like artists on the cards and stuff. I was in it.
I never did that, but I was in the beta in Lawrence, Kansas, and I think we used to play Iron Man all the time.
Oh,
You ever play Iron Man?
no, I refused.
Yeah. Do you know how many Lotuses I ripped up? Seriously, $2,500 cards now. I must have ripped up like 7 of them.
Did you? I'm sure you heard that one. There was like a tournament move somebody did one time, where they took in the rules on the card was any card that any piece of this card touches, or something like that.
Yeah.
And they ripped it up and just threw it. That's what you're talking about?
Oh no. In Iron Man Magic rules, if you have a card like, let's say you've got a 1/1 creature out there, right, and you cast a spell and destroy that card, rather than put it in your graveyard, you rip it up. That's Iron Man.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we used to play that all the time.
Yeah, I
it
wouldn't
was
do that.
beta and they weren't worth anything, and yeah.
Yeah. Now they're what?
Yeah, they're quite a bit. So yeah, you gonna come play Hearthstone with us?
No.
Oh, okay, all right. I played Puzzle Quest. Doing well in the tournaments. The big thing I wanted to take a moment to talk about was the season finale of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Yeah.
It was quite good.
Wonderful. It was
Now,
amazing.
Dave, have you seen it yet?
No, I need to catch up. I'm like 3 weeks behind now.
Oh,
Oh my dear Lord.
Wow.
Yeah, dude. I don't know how that happened.
I don't either, because, wow.
So we need to have a spoiler cast on that too.
Yeah, that's actually a good idea. We may do that next week at some
Speaking
point.
of which, was it my job to post that, or were you going to post that?
It's totally your job to post that.
Damn it.
So, yes, if you have not watched it or watched the series, I highly recommend it. Fantastic, really well done, and I'm now very excited for season 2 because they left us with quite a few questions to be answered.
But you can see how it was set up, that if it did only go for one season, it would have been slight tweaking to the end.
Yeah.
It would have been fine.
Very disheartened to find out that Almost Human will not be back next season.
Yeah.
I thought that was a really good show.
Did you see the trailer
now
for?
you can do Dread.
Now you can do Dread. that was just to tide him over till Dread 2, right?
Yeah, exactly. His schedule's now open. He should do Dread.
Is that what you're
He wants to do Dread. The other people, the director's like going, eh.
So have either of you seen the trailer that dropped? It was early this week, I think, for the Flash TV show?
I have it queued up in the background here, but I've not watched it yet.
Any good?
It's okay. I mean, it's basically a teaser trailer. Relies heavily on its launch show
footage.
Well, no. Okay, anyone that doesn't know, it wasn't really a soft trailer, but there is a strong connection. It's in the same universe as Arrow. The character was not the Flash, but the character that will be the Flash was introduced in Arrow. And the first half of the teaser trailer for the Flash is just
Arrow footage.
Arrow.
Yeah, Arrow footage. Yeah.
Well, no, it's not even Arrow. Well, okay, it's footage of him as Arrow, but it's not from the show.
Oh, okay. All right, so they're doing the old Hulk Hogan pass the baton.
Is it going to be better than the original Flash TV show? Because that was kind of awesome.
That's impossible, sir. You shut your mouth and stop blaspheming.
That's what I'm saying. I really like the original show.
I did too. I was really sad that it got canceled. But he is going to be in it, right?
I heard that.
Dawson's Dads is going to be in it.
Yeah, he's going to be in. He's going to be in this show. So
missed that.
They've been really good with that kind of stuff. They did a lot of that. I remember with like Smallville and stuff. They had all the old characters in it.
The other trailer that came out this week that we should talk about is Constantine.
The trailer, this teaser, is nowhere near to the level of what the Constantine trailer is.
The Constantine NBC show will be shown on Fridays, and that means that we'll get one awesome season and it'll get canceled. So look forward to that this fall.
Well, it's not on Fox, at least, or is it? No, it's on NBC. So.
No, it's on NBC.
Yeah, but it's Friday night. There's no chance.
Yeah, I mean, it's already buried to begin with. Community was also canceled, which made me so sad. Because
it is amazing that show got 5 seasons. You guys should just be thanking the living crap out of the fact that it got that long.
I will come to your house and beat you senseless.
What?
Dude, that's a good thing. It got 5 seasons.
No, I'm glad it got 5 seasons, but I don't understand why the viewership was not there, because that show is amazing. I just think it never.
Honestly, I got chased off by Chevy Chase before it even started.
See, that's exactly it. You would have actually liked Chevy Chase in this role.
Okay, the little bit I saw of him, it's like, nope, it's Chevy Chase being Chevy Chase. I am going the other direction.
And eventually he dies, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, but by that point I'm behind, and then I don't. I have this thing with not starting things from the beginning, and yeah, so.
Well, start it from the beginning. It's worth it.
By the way,
the star Joel McHale is actually in the most recent Street Fighter Red Tape from the Pete Holmes show. He's playing Guile. It's hilarious.
Nice.
So,
now, is that the show that the dude playing Peter Quill is from, or is that Parks and Rec that he's from?
No, that's Parks and Recs.
Another show which I won't watch because that Amy What's-Her-Face chick drives me up a batty loving wall.
Did you know that she's the only person to have actually starred in both Mad TV and Saturday Night Live?
I did not.
And now you know.
Now you know. Noise half the building. Knowing half the battle. Stuff. Blah blah blah.
Beyond that, did I play?
2 Souls.
No. I played some Dark Souls, and that's about it.
That's why I was just to acknowledge that awful pun.
I didn't hear it.
I know. Somebody had to acknowledge it.
What was the pun? I missed it.
Don't encourage him.
I missed it. What was
I won't say it. I'm done. It got missed by one and caught by one, and there's some modicum of, hey, it's a monkey!
Well,
Squirrel!
He's not here quite yet.
Sort of.
His sideways head has appeared. A new challenger has appeared. I can
do a quick book review of that.
Okay, book review, go.
Excommunication, 3rd book in the X-Hero series, about the superheroes and the zombie apocalypse. Not the strongest book in the series. It was a little bit of a struggle to get through that one. I was a little upset at that. But by the end of it, it was just like, okay. And then apparently the 4th book's way better, so I've already started reading that.
So thanks for reminding me. I need to do book review as well. It's a book called The Martian. It's about. I did it, of course, on Audible. It was about an 8-hour audiobook. So not the largest book ever, but fantastic premise.
This sounds familiar. I think I heard somebody talking about this the other day.
Yeah, we start doing manned missions to Mars, and there have only been like 3 of them before this group goes, and they set down, and there's a giant dust storm, and the entire mission is scrapped by NASA, and so they're all running to their ship to take off, and the botanist / mechanical engineer gets stabbed with the communications array that comes off in the winds and is dragged away from the group, and all his biometrics show dead, and so they leave. But it turns out he's still alive. And so he wakes up on Mars by himself and has to figure out how to survive for 4 years when the next expedition should be coming back to Mars, 3,000 miles away.
I would give up.
It's actually a really, really well-written book. Most of it's done by log entries of the guy, and you can kind of see his various mental states as he goes through the log entries. It's pretty interesting. So
They said it's one of the best comedy books of the year.
it's really, really good. I highly recommend it.
Wow.
Very, very well written. So just FYI, it's The Martian. I don't remember who wrote it, but you can find it on Audible or Barnes and Nobles, any of that good stuff. Mr. Turo,
Hey, that's me.
the monkey of Tudes.
Yes.
What have you been playing this week?
Sorry, I'm a little out of it. I'm not feeling very good today, but I'm here for you guys. Pew, pew, pew.
It's because your head is probably too hot.
No, I have this on because no, actually, I'm pretty chilly. I think I'm getting a cold or flu or something. I put this on because I did not take a shower to take off the pomade that I put in my hair to work and look proper. So I put this on to cover my headset from pomade. Does that make sense?
Yes. Continue.
Anyway, I've been playing. I beat Rayman Legends. Yay!
Yay!
And that is awesome. I did not know this. Well, spoilers, so be ready. Rayman dies. No, I'm kidding. He doesn't die. Well, I mean, he'll come
They
back.
cut off his elbows.
They cut off his elbows? No!
And his knees.
He dies when I play the game, that's for sure.
Well, you know how each world has a music level at the end if you beat all the levels in it?
Yeah.
And they're very, very fun. And I've been actually uploading them through Upload Studio on Xbox One. And anyway, at the end, you unlock the last one, which is what is it called? Granny's World Tour, something like that. No, Granny's World Tour. But then if you beat that one, it unlocks all the previous music levels, but in 8-bit edition. So all the music is in 8-bit chirps and bleeps and boops. And the level is much harder because now they add a weird difficulty. Like if one of the levels was really easy, then it would actually put a fish eye lens over it and go in and out on certain level parts. So when you jump, it's just ridiculous. And one of the levels actually twists the screen opposite, then it goes upside down, and then there's 2 screens of you running, and then there's 4, and then there's 8, and it got ridiculous. Some of them were really fun, and some of them I got really, really mad at. But I beat it, and so I was, hooray! So I don't know what else I'm going to do. I think I'm done with that game. I'm just going to play challenges until I get a bunch of, or try to unlock all the characters, which is going to take forever. Clash of Clans, not so much Marvel Puzzle Quest. That's all I've been playing. I've been watching much TV. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. season finale was last night, so I'll be watching it tonight. And somebody graduated. That person did. So happy graduation to that person.
Congratulations.
They can't. She can't hear you. She can't hear you.
A flag ignore.
They're laughing at you. They're like, what a nerd.
Graduate.
Welcome to the real world.
Welcome to the real world. Yeah, she's playing Xbox, so I think that's done. By the way, did you guys hear the news about Xbox? Oh my god. I know. Everybody has, and yeah, finally they gave up on the Kinect.
So David,
even though I use it all the time.
David Harrison is asking, hey, I'd like to know what this hangout is about. I'm guessing he saw the name. This week's episode name is The Kinect is Dead. Long live the Kinect. So we are a video gaming podcast, and we are talking about the news. And, of course, the biggest piece of news this week is Microsoft has finally admitted defeat with the Kinect and are removing it starting in June from all Xbox Ones, lowering the price by $100.
No, they will be still selling a connected version.
They will have a Kinect version, but
which nobody will buy.
A non-Kinect version.
I don't like to know.
The terminology, calling it the premium package, may actually have a psychological effect of selling more than we think. But anyway, go ahead.
For Microsoft. All right, go ahead.
You were saying something too, Monkey.
Oh, I was like, wait, we have someone else talking to us? Sweet. No, I want to know how many Kinects they're going to sell by itself. That's what I want to see, the sales of the Kinects by themselves after the new console comes out. Remember those friends that I kept telling you about that they're saving money for Titanfall for the Xbox One and they end up getting it on the 360? They have already told me I'm getting an Xbox One now that it doesn't have a Kinect. Right there, those three right there already. And I was like, jeez. That's awesome. So they should have done this at the beginning. Then it would have been, I think, a closer war between the PS4 and Xbox One. And I don't know. We'll see what the numbers are after. I'm curious. Also, I saw a trailer for some Insomniac game. It's only on the Xbox One, and it looks amazing.
Sunset Overdrive, yep.
Hey.
Yeah, Sunset Overdrive. Yeah, and I was like, man, I wonder if my friend Burgundy's gonna hate me for playing that game all the time.
Yes, he does.
That's not one of the news stories I have queued, but do you know why they decided to publish on the Xbox One exclusively?
Because they were like
something wrong, apparently.
No.
They were like, we're done with Burgundy.
Yeah. No, actually, it was very interesting. They actually came out this week and explained why.
There's a reason?
Yeah, there is. It's because Microsoft allowed them to retain the rights to the franchise. So when they worked on the PlayStation games, those were Sony's franchises. They did not get to retain the rights to them, but now they are actually building this IP and they retain the rights. So they could, theoretically port it to PS4 at some point or do whatever they want with it because they own it.
Sweet.
And that was that was why they moved over to the Xbox One side.
So there is hope. So PS4s are going to probably see this game later then.
I would guess later, yes.
Yeah. Okay. Yay! Hooray, Burgundy! You get it later after I'm already done with it. Sloppy seconds.
Well, I think I might have a couple things to play in the meantime.
One or two things.
So I think now it comes down to
games.
Yeah, It comes down to E3, and E3 is going to be the tell. Now, what's very interesting is if you haven't looked at the schedule for E3, Microsoft starts at 9 a.m. Pacific time. Sony doesn't start their conference until 8 p.m. that evening.
Why? Do they have?
I think they're going to watch the Microsoft conference and then adjust theirs accordingly.
Yeah. Oh, that's awesome.
Because
that's good sneakiness.
That's exactly what they did last year.
Well, no. Last year the gap was much smaller. It was like Microsoft started at 9 and they went on at like 2 or 3 in the afternoon.
But they still had so many bang, 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 bangs.
Well, and I think this is they're going to tailor their presentation specifically to combat whatever they need to combat from Microsoft's conference.
And you know what I hope they have? I honestly, and it's never going to happen, I really hope that Microsoft release some sort of handheld. It's not a handheld that competes with 3DS and stuff.
Zune.
But no, something that you can connect your Kinect. Oh, jeez. Something that you can sync your Xbox Live arcade games in and actually play them on the go because.
Oh, it's Zune.
It's called a Windows phone, dude.
No, it doesn't play all of them. Yeah. Dang it, that was a good one. But I would love for something like that.
They're really good.
They are? I love my iPhone too much.
Now, Windows phones are actually great. People I know that have them love them, and I've messed one. And I mean, come on, they got Nokia hardware, so good. The cameras, oh.
I actually have a family member that has one, and the only problem is that there's no apps in the App Store. Anything you want is not there. That's the only problem with them.
Cool. Facebook? Nope. Marvel Puzzle Quest? Nope.
No, definitely not.
Yeah.
So,
Whoa, it's fun? No.
you can't have that. You're
Pretty sure Angry Birds is on it though.
yeah,
You have Winmo. You're not gonna have anything fun.
you have Minesweeper. That's all you need.
I miss Minesweeper.
So that's the other piece of news we should probably jump directly into is Sony's financials, which if you've
Why did he
been
laugh?
following this,
Because they're more like financials.
yeah, fine levels. Because
They're
any money they have is leaving. It's horrible.
What?
They're losing money again. This makes the 7th earnings report in a row that they have lost money. So this is not a good picture for them. They have said that by next year they will be almost back to the black from shedding their PC business, things along those lines. But it's pretty ugly.
There was a lot going on, and it's still a transition phase with the console cycle. So I mean, there's a lot of money spent early on in that kind of. Anybody expecting them to already have a profit, even with like the relative success of the PS4, right now, was insane. I mean, there's no way it was going to happen, especially with all the stuff that they were doing, all the write downs they had to take.
Yeah, so they're projecting a $489 million loss for the
Ouch.
6th year in a row. So that's the gaming business suffered a loss for the full year because, of course, they were doing the R&D and promotional cost for the PS4. But they do expect that they're going to be close to the black by next year's earnings report,
Sweet.
but not quite there. So we'll keep an eye on it. Not much to do there, but the big thing I always tell people is large ships like that take the longest to turn around. And they are going in the right direction. It's just not going very quickly. Microsoft, is the same thing. When it took them how long? Almost a year to realize that they were headed in the wrong direction. Now they're coming back in. Although, just to throw a little barb at Turo,
Ready.
one of our viewers said, "Man, isn't Microsoft getting whiplash from the number of 180s that they keep doing on their policies?"
Well, I mean,
It's been one big, long, slow 180. So
it is. But I'm happy that they're doing it. They're listening, or they're like, oh, our wallet's hurt. We gotta do something.
Dude, it's wild. They're not like.
It's nice to think that they're listening. It would be, I don't know, and who knows how many surveys they've done, be like, why don't you have an Xbox One? Because Kinect is stupid, or because it's too expensive. Well, if we offered one without Kinect, would you get one? I would think that would be one of them, and I think that's like the biggest one because, man, I said it at the beginning. I said it even before the next current future gen consoles came out, that if there was one without Kinect, I would get it. Now that I have Kinect and now that I have it with the Xbox One, I'm kind of glad I did, but it's not necessary. It is nice to turn it on. It is nice to, oh goodness. Okay, it didn't turn on this time. It's nice. I'm not kidding. It happened last
Xbox
time.
off.
No,
Xbox off.
Shh, it's listening. But it is cool using it to snap things. When I record video, I just use it with my voice. I'm playing a game, and I'll just use my voice with the Kinect to snap the game DVR to start recording while I'm still playing. And it's really cool, but do I need it? No. I could easily just, do the deep, go to game DVR, deep.
See, there are some consequences I think that we should think about here from them removing Kinect. First of all, I feel very bad for all of the Kinect studios like Harmonix that their game requires Kinect, because guess what? Nobody's going to buy it now. And since it's not you're no longer guaranteed to have it as part of your platform, I think developer support for it's going to fall off like gangbusters.
Well, who was supporting it?
they had the folks doing Kinect Sports and then Harmonix, and there were a couple other studios that do Kinect, big Kinect support based titles. And so I think the developer support for it is going to just fall completely
Well,
off.
here's something. Maybe they would release a combo or a package deal that would come with a bunch of games that are Kinect use only or needs Kinect to use with the Kinect, and it would just come at like one giant price. That would be kind of cool later. But
Well, I
again,
think
later.
one of the benefits, though, is that the dedicated memory that the Kinect requires will now be freed up for other processing. So we may actually see some
They
graphical
dropped that
parity.
down. Didn't
Yeah.
they just drop that down? Like it was instead of using 20%, it only uses like 2% of its processing power now. I thought that's what happened with the last update. I'll look it up. I could
Okay.
be dreaming about it.
I don't know. There was another set of articles that came out today saying that without the Kinect and dropping its importance, that may up the graphic output rate and stuff that have been something of an issue.
That's literally what I just said.
Oh, sorry.
Here's the thing, though.
I fell asleep there for a second. Sorry.
I don't think that's really going to happen as much as you're thinking it might, because there's a whole lot of people that actually do have that, and they're going to want to, if people do have the connector, it's not like they don't want to sell the thing. It's not like they don't want to have that in there. So then you're asking developers to have to code for two different contingencies that are drastically different resource-wise.
Or they don't. They
So
just do the non-Connect one. That's my point. I think the developer support for it's going to drop off almost completely because you're no longer guaranteed to have it in there. So why would you do exactly what you said? Why would you spend twice as much time to code two different contingencies, one whether they have the Connect and one whether they don't? They're not going to. They're going to spend whatever takes them the least amount of time, which is most likely not supporting the Connect. You'll see first-party titles like Rise or whatever that will still have those contingencies built in, but I don't think you'll see any third-party support whatsoever.
So it's sort of like the Kinect from.
I think it's really just going to depend on how easy Microsoft makes it to support either way. Like if it's easier to support it with it in there, and they're like, all right, you know something, there's going to be a lot of people to have this, and
Did
some
you say
people aren't gonna have
Microsoft
it.
and easy?
Yeah, I did, didn't I? I'm sorry.
Sorry. Just checking.
No, you're right. I was giving them a little benefit of the doubt there for some reason. I'm not really sure why.
You guys.
I know.
The other piece of news that's related to all of this is Microsoft has announced that they are removing Hulu and Netflix from behind the Xbox Live Gold paywall, so that if you have only been purchasing Xbox Gold for those services, you can get a partial refund of your Xbox Live Gold account cost starting in June once those come out from behind the paywall.
And the cutoff for that is like September, isn't it?
Yes, September is the last time that you'll be able to get a refund, and it will be prorated based on the number of months that you have subscribed. Turo, did you fall off the internet, or are you trying to pierce into our souls with your gaze? That's he fell off the internet. Got it.
Perfect timing.
He came right back. So, do you guys have you seen anything else on this?
I'm back.
One of the stories that I saw was very interesting. Actually said that Microsoft loses three things with this: $100 off the price, the Kinect, and the only differentiator that it had to begin with. I thought that was an interesting viewpoint.
But who said that?
I'm not sure. I'll find it. I know it's one of the main stories on where I check my.
The only differentiator, aside from exclusive games? What? That's what really people really care about?
Hey, wait.
There's not a single,
Arrow, are you playing Hearthstone?
there is not a single person who sat there and looked at the PS4 and looked at the Xbox and said, you know something? That one's got, cameras and voice thing. Nobody said that.
No,
That's
nobody's
not entirely
in
true.
Oh,
That was
nobody's
Microsoft's
an overstatement.
selling point on it.
That's Microsoft's selling point. That wasn't people's buying points.
Well, there are
Totally
people
different.
who have bought it because it had Kinect. There have been people who bought into it.
Turo did, although
had
he
no
can't
choice.
hear us.
But he's a
I can hear
Microsoft
you.
monkey, so I mean,
Oh, okay.
If he had a choice between the 400 and 500, he would have probably got the 400, right?
I would have gotten the 400. Yes.
Bam.
I would have. I said it before that if there was a connectless one, a connectless one, then I would get that one. But
which
now
then
that
begs
I
the
have,
question: why didn't you just buy a PS4?
well,
Yes.
because I wanted an
Play
Xbox.
Titanfall.
I
'Cause he
wanted
to play
Titanfall, and I know I'm gonna get Halo later, and I'm just dedicated to
That's
Xbox.
the differentiator.
Yeah.
That's
But
the differential right there. That's
now
where
that
they
I have it,
people
now that I
buying it.
have it though, I absolutely do use it and I love it.
And,
Will I
and
ever
you're gonna get a
disconnect it? I will
PS4,
not.
right?
I will get a PS4. I would have to if I want to play any games later on. Like I do want to play Second Son. Any God of War game, yes, I love that franchise.
Now, what about Hearthstone?
I've never even heard of it.
So we need to talk after the podcast. We'll get
Yeah,
you set up.
please
It's a
don't
free
do it now.
game. It's a free game from Blizzard, and we'll get
Blizzard? No.
Thank you.
Why?
No.
Good man.
No,
Knows.
I'm saying no because then I will not have time for anything else. I like time to decide, should I play this game, that game, or that game? No, I need free time to play Blizzard only. Blah. No.
It's just a collectible card game that's free.
Oh, that's even better. Oh,
Yes, I know. That's why I want you to play with Matt and I.
because we have no addiction to card games, whether it be
No,
real
none.
or none or oh gosh.
See, this is why I like Turo. Because we're on the same page here with this stuff. We understand that somebody is trying to be a drug pusher, and we're not having it.
You know,
Try it a little.
the way you've got your see, you'll try it exactly. The way you've got your camera
You're
angle,
weak,
Dave,
sir.
the way you've got your camera angle, it looks like your chin is literally resting on the Gamersledge ledge.
I'm trying to move. I'm trying to get everywhere.
So yeah, we'll play a couple
Being a
rounds
constant
after-
movement.
after the
Okay.
podcast. So yeah. So other news from the week that I have seen. What's this one? Oh right, Borderlands 2. Lots of problems reported with it for the Vita version.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Wow, that sounded concerned.
A lot of places are giving it 2 out of 5 stars.
Ouch.
Oh.
Yeah, it's got a lot of frame rate issues. It has a lot. There's a couple actually game-breaking bugs that still have yet to be patched, where the game will hard lock the Vita and you have to quit out. No matter what you do, every time you go to a certain area, it only supports 2-player online. Enemy counts have been reduced, where you'll see 2 or 3 psychos where you once fought 8 or more of them. That stuff all happens on a regular basis. The controls, people are saying that the aiming and the turning feels sluggish because of the frame rate issues. Hitting enemies at all is very difficult. So I have not yet gone hands-on with it. I'm actually a little afraid to spend my money on it, so I don't know that I'm going to do
Wow,
a
that's
review.
damning right there.
Yeah. So
When he's afraid to spend his money on a game, that's
yeah,
bad.
the whole thing, I have it paid off.
Wow.
I have it paid off at the House of Stopping Games, and I could go pick it up, but I think instead I'm going to put it towards a couple other games that I just learned about not too long ago that I'd rather spend money on. So,
Like
I'm
what?
learning some stuff here.
I actually don't remember the name of it. I just saw it in. I saw a preview for it the other day. It looks kind of like a Kingdoms of Amalur-esque.
Stop, never mind. You can stop now.
Oh, really, you didn't like that? It's kind of like Dark Souls, but a little bit more action RPG.
I'm gonna be over here.
Bound by Flame.
Yeah,
What is-
Bound by Flame. That's it. Yeah, Bound by Flame. Good
Yeah, I
call.
know I'm around here for a reason.
Yep. So it looks very promising, actually. The graphics look great. It's coming out this fall for the PS4. Looks very interesting. Other news from this week, Watch Dogs has gone gold. It's on track for release. Looking super forward to that. Turo, I hope you get a PS4 soon so we can play Watch Dogs multiplayer together. And Turo has fallen off the internet once again.
No, he's there.
Apparently
I
not.
just don't think he's paying attention. He's smiling. He's moving.
He's grooving.
Yeah,
All right.
He's lost it.
Something's acting up on
Not
here.
much more to say on that
Yeah.
one.
I'm pretty sure he's surfing something else now.
Oh, there it is.
The one last.
Stop that.
PlayStation
Okay,
now?
PlayStation. Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Speaking of Watch Dogs, did you hear the kerfuffle about the frame rate and all that kind of stuff?
Yes, 900p at 30 frames per second on the PlayStation 4, 720p at 30 frames per second on the Xbox One. Of course, over the weekend they announced, well, the PlayStation blog said it was going to be 1080p at 60 frames a second, but that quietly went away. I was really hoping it would be 1080p at 60
Can you
frames
hear
a
me
second.
now?
I was going to be like doing backflips if that was the case, but yeah, not so much. Yes. We can.
Can I talk? Okay, alright, goodness. There was a lot of bad things that popped up. Oh, I can hear you. I can hear you? Or am I really behind?
You're a little bit behind, but not too bad.
Okay.
So Sony announced today that the PlayStation Now, which is a streaming service coming to PlayStation platforms, will have hundreds of titles from day one. This comes from a marketing specialist with PlayStation that spoke at an IGN event. Including that, the game showed off at that event was Uncharted 3 Drake's Deception, and that was being played on a PS4, as well as Ratchet and Clank Into the Nexus being shown on a Vita. So it's well into its closed. It's well into its closed beta launch. So this will be any streaming device. They're even saying possibly iPads, iPhones, tablets, things like that. So yeah, there is that coming in. Let's see. And Matt, did you have a story?
Oh well, I had that one, but I had another one too. So, yeah. Did any of you guys see? This was kind of a late dropping one today. Philips is suing Nintendo, seeking to halt all Wii U sales in the U.S. So they're claiming the almighty patent infringement, which is like the go-to lawsuit of the day in the tech industry. So you've got all kinds of stuff. The big one where you see it these days is in mobile phones and tablets. But now the video game consoles are getting into it too. Was it the DS3 that got hit with one for the vibration, or was that all the way back to PS2?
What really irks me about this lawsuit is if you read the description of what they're being sued over, it's literally modeling a user's body in a virtual environment by animating a virtual body to follow the physical movements of the user.
Yeah, wholly generic. That's like patenting a book plot,
Well, no, I mean it makes all sense that they should be going after Microsoft next for Kinect Sports, because that digitizes the user and mirrors their movements inside.
Yeah, the only good thing about this is they're finally going to get, some punishment for Pit Fighter back in the day. So Atari's finally going to get theirs for that. Because they deserve that one.
So also joining us this week for a long time no see, Angel's Cradle, Nick.
Hello.
Who's this?
Yeah.
Who's this? So,
is this guy going to whip his junk out?
No. It's not that kind of show.
That's
for our reunion show.
That's a call way back.
So Nick, catch us up on what you've been doing since we last saw you and what you've been playing recently.
A lot of school, but the semester's finally over, so now I'm getting back into all the things I used to do. I finally beat Pokemon Y. I have been playing a lot of my
Don't
phone
question
games.
why. It's because you like it. It's okay.
Yeah, I was
like
gonna
the
say
game
if
too.
you don't know, I don't think you can tell you.
Why?
It's okay. It's okay to like it. I play it.
That's true. It was pretty fun. I'm still trying to get all the Mega Stones, but anyway, um, I have purchased, played, and beaten the main story for Stick of Truth.
And what's your quick review on that?
For it's really hard to give it. I mean, overall, it was an amazing game because I haven't watched South Park in the longest time, and yet I got 90% of the references, which was awesome. On top of that, I think that just gameplay was awesome. Everything about it was really fun. I chose the knight, so I got it a little bit easier because I could survive all the attacks and nothing really hit me that hard.
Pro tip: it doesn't matter what class you choose; they're all overpowered. Just FYI.
Really?
Yes, super
Okay.
overpowered.
Because I chose the knight because I usually pick like the healer or the mage. So I'm like, let's do knight just to see what happened. And I never died. I never had a problem. I really never had any issue. So, but yeah, it was fun. It's been a load of fun, and I swore to myself that I would play through the main game first before looking at the trophies. And now I've looked at the trophies, and I don't fart in combat.
Oh,
So
that's
I
gotta.
missed I missed all of the fart trophies, and it just sucks. 'Cause I have to go back through. I'm gonna go back through as a Jew, and I'm going to get all the fart trophies and all of the story trophies that I missed.
So have you purchased a PlayStation 4 yet?
I officially have a PlayStation 4. Yes.
Fantastic. So that means
I'm
the only person on the panel who does not have a PlayStation 4 is Turo.
yes.
Who's that guy? Where? Oh, me. Yeah. It'll happen sooner or
They
later.
recognize you because you got the hat on.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I'm protecting my headset from pomade still in my brain head. It makes sense. Don't worry about it.
So did you
Um,
also buy an Xbox One or no?
No, hell no.
But they're coming out with the $3.99 version later in June.
Oh, it only took them what took PlayStation 0 seconds to figure out. I'm sorry. No, I'm not going to get an Xbox sale. No, I'm never going to get an Xbox anymore. I don't have the money to support that. So
So have you started playing Hearthstone though?
I have had the beta for over a year now.
So
So-
we should all play.
Yeah, we should. We really should because I did put, I think it was like $3 into it just to get, because they said if you help them try their beta store, then you get a free legendary. So I got a legendary.
Dave is the only one who refuses to play it.
It's fun. It is addicting. You will, if you like putting money into stuff, you're not going to have a wallet after this, but it's fun.
Oh, gosh. Nope. Jeez.
It's
You say
fun and free.
You say things that are good. They said good things about it, and then I was like,
Yeah.
no, I heard Blizzard, no.
No.
And then
They were lying to you. That's what
Yeah.
they were doing. They were trying to trick you.
no, and then he came
I
out
was
with
the
the
one being
trickster.
honest with you. Nick is the one being honest with you too.
That's true. Thank you, Nick.
I am
Nick,
not going to
Nick,
spend a nickel on
true
this.
or is it not true, Nick, that you can do the daily quests and get a free pack almost every other day?
If you now see, depends.
Oh, thank you, sir. That was a
Here's-
giggle and a
here's the
half
God-
there.
Here's the
You're-
God's honest truth about it. You need to you have your initial starter packs, which you get with every class you can be, but you need to max those out before you can actually start doing some real damage, at least in my opinion. So what you're going to do is you're going to spend a lot of time getting used to fighting with those classes, and then over time, you're going to get better and slower, more cards. Once you get your basic decks, yes, with the daily quests, every other day you can get a pack for free, and it's not going to cost you a dime. If you never put a dime into it, you'll slowly get your arsenal up into maybe a legendary or two. I've gotten Fireball for free when I didn't pay $3. So I have gotten some really, really good cards that I've never paid for. So
See, and the nice part is if you get packs, and this is the part that you didn't hear, Toro, because you weren't in the podcast yet. If you do get a pack, right, and you get extra cards that you don't need, you can break them down, like in Diablo 3, you can break them down into what they call crafting dust. And when you get a certain amount, then you can actually make whatever cards you're looking to build into your deck that you don't have. So you
Oh,
don't
that's
have
awesome.
to. Yeah, you
I also
don't
like
have
to note that their currency is basically a form of drugs.
Give or take.
I like drugs.
They're just
crafting dust.
completely
There's nothing
obvious.
suspicious about that. Let me wipe the crafting dust away from my nose. Excuse me.
It's kind of nice because you can build specifically what you want. So if you like, a good example is I'm a big fan of not the warrior. What is it? Oh god, I haven't played it forever. But there's a class I'm a big fan of. It's not the mage because people hate mages.
God,
But-
that's actually my favorite class.
You just
That's my
fireball,
main
fireball,
character
fireball,
build.
fireball.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah, but no, you can like go. I think it's a hunter, but you can go for and continually build one type of card and one type of deck, and then over time you just get this disgusting hunter deck that you can go through with tournaments in, and you can just destroy it.
See, right now my second main deck is the priest build, and the best part about it is that like I get these really high health characters out there, and I'll just keep doubling them up, and then I'll get a card that says make the attack match the health, and suddenly on turn 3 I've got a 14/14 creature, and they have 2 turns to finish the game out. So it's good stuff.
Yeah, I've had I think my Divine Shield row is what pisses people off because it's just a row of Divine Shield, and 2 of them have taunt. So I
Yep.
just sat there like, what you gonna do?
So Turo, you really do have to play with us after the podcast. Just FYI.
It's free.
It's free, Dave. It's free. You heard the man.
Dude, he just solidified my whole thing. Like,
Yeah,
It-
I have extra money, and I could do stuff that I want. I could save it. I could put it in stuff that I want, or other games that I'm looking forward to, or I could get addicted to this card game. And you just said if I had money, I will not have money. I like having money to buy other stuff, not things that will not benefit me at all.
seems
So
like you have 2 options. You either play this game or you take your money and just flush it down the toilet.
I
Both
would
will
like
be
to-
equally productive.
I'm gonna flush it down the toilet.
So basically, what you're all just saying is you have absolutely no willpower whatsoever. Because I
Yeah,
plan
that's
on
exactly
continuing
it.
to play this game, and I am not going to spend a dime on
Well,
it.
no. I figured out the math because, like, Balth is saying that you can play this game and not actually spend any money or anything like that. I think I figured out the math, and he
Let me
plays
clarify.
games about 15 hours a day at least.
Let me clarify how the system works. If you're really going to try and do this math equation, okay? You start with somebody like, let's say, the priest, okay? You start at level
Nope.
1, and then every other level, which is usually a game to 2 games at the beginning, every other level you will unlock 2 basic cards. So that happens all the way through level 10. At level 10, you have all of the cards, the basic cards for that deck. So you can then start playing people online to do the quest side of things right from that point forward. And you're matched with somebody in a similar skill set as you. So it's not like you're going to be playing, Nick, who's been playing for a year. You're not going to get paired up against him. You're going to get paired up with other beginners. So you actually have a real shot at winning. It's I call them the tutorial levels, and that's what Matt kind of called them earlier. But that teaches you the concept of how that particular character fights. From beyond, once you get to level 10, at that point moving forward, you don't need to invest any money in the game if you don't want to. And you continue to get new cards every 5 levels at that point. They give you gold versions of the cards, which if you disenchant those and turn them into crafting powder, it actually gives you a boost in the amount of crafting powder you get compared to the normal cards, because it's a cosmetic feature and has no actual effect on the game.
But it makes your deck look super cool.
Yeah, it does.
And I played, like I said, I played 6 or 7 games against random people, and I won either 4 or 5 of them because I only lost 2. So the matcher does do, well, at least in my opinion, a pretty good job of matching you up.
Yeah, and Dave, don't you want to versus randos online?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I'm back to Puzzle Quest.
Which is so much better.
Yeah, we just saw it's the exact same thing. Have you started Quest yet, Nick?
No.
You need to start Marvel Puzzle Quest.
No, I'm not doing it. I'm into Defender of Texel. That is my game. That is my phone addiction. You want to get me into something else, you're going to have to kick me off my current one.
All right. Who else has the next news story?
I have a small story.
Go for it.
About I found it whenever we were talking about disconnecting the Kinect from the Xbox One, and it said it could lead to a performance boost. It could lead to where games are going to be coming out at 1080p, all of them. And
wholeheartedly doubt that, but okay.
Okay, well, that's what it was just saying here at GameSpot. That's the only thing that I've been finding that saying that it is. Developers are saying that dropping it would give out more performance boost and a graphics boost, and it could lead to 1080p games from then on out. But again, would it give me 720 or 900p since I have it connected, or would it just force it out since I don't know?
I think what it would have to do would have to force
it physically push your Kinect off the
Kinect
shelf.
off. Yeah.
Okay.
It'll just throw it on the floor like it's dropping the mic, literally.
Then it'll do the dinosaur.
1080p, bitches.
On the floor. Everybody do the dinosaur.
Okay, I
Yeah.
ruined the breakout song. I'm happy.
I heard it. I went with it.
So the only other news story that I have for this week is Nintendo's 2DS is currently on sale at Best Buy for $99.
Wow.
If you've been looking to get into that
What?
system, yeah, the 2DS is on sale at Best Buy this week only.
Gosh, dang.
$99.
When that? What? Wait, damn.
Did you just buy one? No, you bought a
No, I bought it for my
Amazon
nephew.
thing. Oh,
Oh yeah, no, I bought the Amazon thing for my girlfriend, which is awesome actually.
that's what it was.
That's a great little thing.
Was
Yeah.
it the ripoff of a Roku?
Yeah, except it's better.
Because
Yeah.
it's got Gary Busey in
It has Gary Busey.
Hello,
Look.
pants.
Look, I'll
Hello,
be honest,
lamp.
the way they did the whole voice thing in there, like the interface, is actually really good on that damn thing.
Does it actually turn off when you say Xbox off?
Come on.
That's pretty good.
I was blowing my nose. I didn't even have a chance to defend myself. Gosh. I told you
That's
I'm
when
getting
you
sick.
scrub. That's when you.
So, panel roll call. Who's going to see Godzilla tomorrow? Besides me?
Ah! Pew, 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 pew.
Wow.
Tomorrow's
me.
Thursday.
Yeah.
There's a 10 o'clock showing I'm going to catch. There's a 7, but I'll be
It's
at work.
7 o'clock here.
7
There's a
o'clock
7.
Thursday.
Yeah.
Jiminy Crickets is getting ridiculous.
Guys,
I'll
it's a
be at,
school
I'll be
night.
at work. Yeah, that's why they're doing it early and earlier, but I have to catch the 10 o'clock one because I'll be at work at 7.
Yep. So I will definitely be seeing the 7 o'clock one. Are we going to shoot for a spoiler cast next week for Godzilla?
I'd be very happy to do that.
Let's
Alright.
see. If I'm gonna see it, it'll be Friday this week. So
Okay. Perfect.
I'll let you know if I do.
Perfect. There will not be a couple housekeeping items. Anybody else have any other news stories?
I have a small one I found
Okay.
out about.
You know, you don't have
well,
to raise your hand. You can actually just talk.
I just want to. I like it. I like it. So it's actually movie news, not game news, but I love movies. And there's a small movie coming out with a small cast of people. A Million Ways to Die in the West.
Oh my God!
That
It's got the
trailer.
best trailer ever.
There. Huh?
What?
Worst or best?
Best.
The what?
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Yes.
It's called what?
Million
A
Ways
Million
to Die
Ways
in the
to
West.
Die in the West.
And
It is
Sarah
a-
Silverman, Seth MacFarlane, Neil Patrick Harris.
Patrick Harris.
Who else?
Ooh.
And in the trailer, they show a man's head being crushed by a giant block of ice. That's all I have to say.
I just love how the translation for fine was Mila Kunis, Mila Kunis.
Oh, it's awesome.
That is the
well-
best joke in that trailer.
Well, there is a rumor in in the movie, and it's just been popping up here and there, and I doubt it has anything to do with the plot. I think it has more to do with
This isn't spoilers, is it?
it's a cameo. It's on the internet,
That's no Neo Sapien. That's bad.
but it's
We
a
do not
good
do
one.
spoilers. No, let people be surprised organically.
I think it's going to come up in a trailer here soon.
No,
Yeah, I think it probably, if it's what I'm thinking he's thinking, and for some reason I think I know what he's thinking. I think it's
should
in the trailer.
Should I not say it? Because I don't think it's in a trailer yet. It's a rumor right now. A rumor's not a spoiler.
yeah, but I don't think you should because that's spoilery.
Oh, man. Well,
There's a rumor
whatever.
going on. Gotta clear out of town.
Okay. Well, we will not say it then.
When is that coming out?
In the summer.
Oh, it's still got a ways before it comes
It'll
out.
be soon. Yeah, trust me, you'll be back in time.
I'm going back in time.
What?
Gotta go back in time.
Power of love.
Oh, hey, you guys realize that officially next year we have to start wearing
Sorry, Burgundy's broken. Let's go. What?
do you realize that next year will officially be Back to the Future 2? We will have actually come up to the timeline.
Yes.
Yes, that's when it officially turns from a movie, like a sci-fi movie, into a documentary.
That's exactly correct. We have to all start dressing that way now. Apparently.
Yeah, can
Thing
we
is,
all
I
dress
saw-
like that, please?
I saw somebody last weekend that was seriously looked like he stepped off the set of Back to the Future 2, the from the future scene. It was.
Then he
it
knows
was
what's going
scary.
on.
Apparently, trendsetter. But it's wild. Weren't we supposed to have our auto tying shoes sometime this year? Wasn't Nike working on those?
Well, the
Yeah,
hoverboard
definitely
turned out to
Velcro.
be a damn hoax, so
Yeah, that was really.
so upset about that.
Want spiky things, spiky shoulder pad, spiky helmet. Something called the
But-
bulldog.
Is there anybody besides me watching Game of Thrones this season?
I'm like 3 episodes behind.
Oh wow, okay.
Yeah.
Haven't touched it.
Haven't
Really
touched
good.
it.
Really
I
good.
just found out the dude that's on Game of Thrones was apparently the brother of Lily Allen.
Which?
Oh yeah, Alfie. That's
Yeah.
the song that she writes about him.
The guy was like such a screw up, and
Yeah.
here he's on like the hottest TV show out there. So I
Yeah.
guess
Who is he?
Theon Greyjoy is Alfie Allen.
Oh geez, that's her sister, or
Yeah.
her brother. Jeez.
There's a song that she writes.
And he's a screw up in the show too. No wonder
Yeah.
that cast.
He's there's a song that she writes
really
about him.
brutal.
Yeah, he's talking about how he needs to get off his butt and get a job and stop smoking pot because he's not going to make anything for himself. And then this happens. He's on Game of Thrones as Theon Greyjoy, or Reek.
Yeah,
Yeah, he smokes pot and his name's Reek.
I know. I was thinking about that. The whole time.
Oh, wow.
The best part is I watch those scenes with his handler now, and I keep waiting for him to go invisible, but it never happens. You have watched Misfits, right?
Oh,
God,
jeez.
Misfits.
You had to go back. I loved
Gotta
Misfits.
go back
Yes.
in time.
So since this has devolved about as far as it can go, I'll throw this out there. The casting of a certain Cajun mutant for
Oh yeah, that's
Age of
been
Apocalypse.
confirmed.
Yeah, I know.
I'm on this side. Can I high five Burgundy through everybody, or is it this way?
Hold on,
No,
I
it
think we
was the
got
other way.
The other way. The other way.
Other
Ready?
way. All right, and go.
There you go.
All right, there you go.
Sort of.
See, now from my perspective, you just both.
Yeah,
blocked
from my
each other
perspective, you
down.
guys did it completely wrong, but whatever.
Okay, let's do the other way.
For us, it was okay.
Yes, it was. It works on my screen.
So
The,
the actual news scoop on that is actually 2 different things. They have decided that they want to focus the X-Men franchise around younger characters than Wolverine once X-Men Days of Future Past wraps up. So they've cast, what was it, Channing Tatum
Channing Tatum is.
as
Gambit.
and
which is hilarious because now my girlfriend was like, Oh, I'll go see that. So this will be the first superhero movie. she actually
Oh man, is he gonna take his shirt off?
Yeah, and then on top of that, Jennifer Lawrence is the other person that they are
Person they're
considering
focusing on, yeah.
building the franchise off of as
Jeez.
Mystique, because she's got a lot of FaceTime as herself in Days of Future Past
They
apparently.
call it
Awesome.
FaceTime?
No, she has a lot of FaceTime.
Oh, I didn't know what that's what they called it.
Wow.
She's really hot. Her
Wow.
butt's there.
Okay,
Her
then.
blue boobs.
I was just telling someone of the heights that I ascribe to get with this podcast, and then the actual level that it gets to is something completely different. But that's all right.
Is that a new low? Is blue boobs a new low?
No,
Is
it's
that what you're
not.
telling
Believe
me?
it or not, it's totally not. Any other news that anybody else has?
I actually saw one, but I'm sure it was probably stupid.
Okay then. Positive thinking.
Well, no,
Positive
'cause, like,
thinking.
No, because I have to be real here. Like, if it's something that interests me, nobody else gives a damn.
That's not entirely true.
Oh, it's totally true, dude.
Has anyone seen if Arrow's been renewed for a third season?
I did not see that.
I haven't seen either. I don't think, or if I did, I forgot. It'd be funny it'd be funny if Flash took off and then Arrow died.
Sony's cutting the salaries of their top executives. Did you see that?
By
Oh, yeah,
50%. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
cutting bonuses and everything. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a move.
What's a good move?
Um,
Has anybody else been watching Warehouse 13?
no.
Oh, isn't it the
Down
final
by
season?
Flame?
Yeah, it's the end. This is the final episodes. It's not even a full season. It's only like 6 episodes or something like that. But yeah,
Dang, sci-fi, come on.
It's coming close to an end.
We're only set up to season 4.
Why is Bound by Flame being reviewed already? Is it even close to launch yet?
I thought it dropped this week,
Oh. Wow.
or maybe it's
Oh
next
my
week.
gosh. When is Watch Dogs? Oh, okay. No, I got
Watch
13
Dogs is
days.
the end of the month.
I just saw an article about Hearthstone, and it's just called Intervention.
Wow.
I think
That
that answers
was
my
on-
question.
I don't.
So let's do our housekeeping items. First of all, new video Child of Light review up. Please do go watch that. Second of all, do visit the website. Third of all, we just finished yesterday an Amazing Spider-Man 2 spoiler cast, so check that out as well.
It was alright.
and-
Oh, yeah, I
movie was
missed
amazing.
it because
Gotcha.
of the graduation thing.
Yeah,
Thanks.
see how much graduations suck.
And then
In my
last
semester.
but not least, you can follow us. Do visit the website gamersledge.com. Follow us on Twitter, balth99.
Okay, you have something else. You teased something about the return of the audio podcast and never got back to it.
Right. So I have actually, believe it or not, been getting emails from different people asking for the return of the audio podcast.
What?
So I am going to investigate figuring out a way to do that. We may just go back to the way that we were doing it before.
Cool. La Skype and La Chrome?
Correct. And we will
No,
make it
La
work.
Correct.
lay correct. So yes.
IR Haxors. Blah.
So that may be coming back as well. I still need to investigate putting the video podcast up as well. So we'll look at. I may just do that instead. We'll see. I'm not sure yet.
Oh, Batfleck.
Yeah,
Oh,
first
geez.
images of Batfleck came out. Whatever.
Yeah.
He's sitting in a catering area. I think if I remember right.
No, he's standing next to the Batmobile.
Yeah, dude, what
He does not. I don't know.
horrible parts of the internet are you smoking? It was like a freaking awesome picture.
Oh, that's not the one that I saw at all.
He's like standing next to the Batmobile sulking. It's like totally Batman.
And
Yeah.
I thought it was the return of the foam outfits until I saw the high-res version, and now I have no idea what that costume is made out of. Batmobile looks okay, except the cockpit should be more open. This whole
That's
only
what
being
she
able
said.
to see this itty bitty little window of the Batmobile is ridiculous. Yes, I said cockpit.
See, I went to Beavis and Butthead in my head. Oh, I love that movie.
Oh, man. All right. So other than that, do follow us on twitch.tv. It's twitch.tv/balth99. Nick, give a shout out for your channel.
I'm actually reworking an entire new channel called The List, and it's going to be a game review with some things going on. I'm going to state it now. Not going to be able to do anything until after I graduate. Good news is I graduate next semester. So,
Hey!
so it's the light is there. It's in the works. I have lots of ideas. I have friends who want to join in. I have a lot of different things. If you want to see some of the early stuff I've done, it's not the greatest, but you can go to YouTube and go to Game Graveyard, and you should be able to get it. So.
Do you have any social media you want people to follow you on? Twitter, Facebook, etc.?
I don't currently have a Twitter. I don't currently my Facebook. There is a Game Graveyard Facebook, so you can do that if you'd like to. Again, I will be posting updates on there for The List. So if you want to, you can follow Game Graveyard on Facebook and on YouTube, and you'll get updates during the summer for the new one.
And do you want to publicize your PSN handle so people can friend you or play with you?
Angel's Cradle is my PSN account.
Okay. And Matt?
Just the last closing thing. The Lucy International trailer dropped a couple days ago. Oh my god! I need that movie.
I have to watch it.
What the hell is that? I don't even know what it is.
That's the Scarlett Johansson superhuman ninja assassin accessing 100% of her brain. Have you seriously not seen?
I've never heard of this.
Oh my god! You fail at life.
Hey, I just found out about Jupiter Rising like a month ago, and I was like, "Holy crap! What is this?"
What?
Yeah.
What was the trailer at that one movie?
What internet are you on? Because it must be under
The Hobbit.
Well, I didn't
Trailer
see The Hobbit.
from
That's
The
why.
Hobbit, yeah. Aw, man.
Did you see the trailer for that Tom Cruise one? That's like a sci-fi war.
It's like
meets
a
Groundhog.
sci-fi Groundhog Day.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I watch that one too.
I really don't like Tom Cruise, but I probably will go watch that one.
Yeah, that looks like a really fun movie.
I don't know about that, but
so
I'm excited for it. I'm gonna watch it.
Pour out a drink for H.R. Geiger. Passed away this last week.
how are we gonna count things now?
Shut up.
That's not even funny, dude.
No, the very distinctive style, most well known, obviously, for creating the images that would lead to the xenomorph or the alien from Alien. Also, the basis for the alien from Species and several other sci-fi images.
Anything that look awesome and gothic and creepy and alien.
Pretty
Yeah,
much.
some cool stuff.
Some dude nobody ever really knows about or cares about is now directing Star Trek 3. Yay.
Who's never directed any movie before?
Yeah, never directed
Really?
any movie before.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he's done TV, hasn't he?
He's
Oh yeah, totally same thing.
yeah.
Not that far off.
How do you say that with a straight face?
HBO
Seriously.
Marvel movies.
Yeah, everybody's Joss Whedon and can just jump from one to the other.
Yeah, no. If the guy
Oh.
at least did music videos, I would accept that more than just jumping from TV to a movie.
Well, maybe it's the next
most of it is-
Joss Whedon, and we don't even know.
Experiences in writing, so it could be. Well, we'll see. But anyway, let's see. Otherwise, it's Twitch Neosapien, PSN Neosapien, Twitter Neosapien. Yeah, those are the only ones I can think of at the moment. I don't Twitter really. I use it to lurk mostly, so don't expect to see much on there. And I'm going to try and broadcast everything that I play on the PS4 on my Twitch. So Yay! And now it'll record, so you can go watch me play sleepy drunk play the game that I was playing. I wasn't drunk, I was just tired. But you can't really tell the difference. So I think that's that. Try and do make sure the word gets out on these things when we're doing them and stuff. If there's if there's some venue that you'd like me to post things to or make sure things get out to, give me a shout, and we'll make sure we get the links out there.
Burgundy.
Yes. Hi.
Hi. Any last words? Any?
Whoa. What did I do?
I would say any ways you want people to contact you, but since you don't like playing online with other people, then.
Yeah.
He just doesn't like people.
My Twitter is really like just kind of like a funnel for Instagram stuff. So, and tonight was just pictures of my nuts.
Planters, I hope.
Yeah, there's like these. I got these like sriracha roasted cashews.
Oh yeah, actually,
and these, like,
those.
these like chili lime pistachios, and I took like really close-up macro shots of them.
I actually thought they were a belly button lint at first.
Yeah. Oh no, you thought I was people. Come on.
It's the internet. Why are you expecting anything above George?
Seriously.
Any other plugs or anything else? Any other closing thoughts besides your nuts, sir?
No, the movie Her came out on for home video, for rental, for whatever you want to partake. Watch it. Everybody should watch it. It's awesome.
I liked Her very much.
It was probably my favorite movie of last year overall, and especially for somebody who's kind of geek inclined. There's a lot of great sci-fi in it that's not I love the way they handled it. Like they just kind of put it all out there. They didn't explain everything. It was the future, but not too distant future, and they were just kind of like doing things. It was just nice.
Unfortunately, it has my least favorite actor in the universe in it, so I'll probably
what?
not have him.
Who?
Joaquin.
Don't say.
Really?
No.
No, I do not like that guy. Ever since Gladiator, I have not been able to watch something he's in without just like cringing.
But I.
Well, while he short circuits Turo, any final?
No. We need to go back to this. Did you see him off the
No,
line?
he's all right. He can have an opinion of not liking him. I actually don't like him much myself.
It's okay for an opinion as long as he realizes how dead wrong it is.
You think I am a stranger to being wrong?
I actually think you're right. So there's that.
All right, if you've only seen The Master, sure, that was terrible, but everything else he's pretty good in.
Turo.
All right, I do like Joaquin
keep saying
Phoenix.
it till eventually happens.
Yeah, and I did like the movie Her. The only complaint I had is that it felt a little too long, but overall I did like it. Let's see. Oh, final thoughts. The Godzilla, man. That's my final thought. It's gonna be awesome. Go watch it tomorrow.
I agree. I'm looking forward to it.
He does a gurgle at the end. Yeah, you heard it. It's a gurgle at the end of his roar because they made it more organic. Yeah, I heard it. Mm-hmm.
So my final thoughts.
I have one more final thought. Why are you talking to a black table tennis this entire time?
The short answer is that I got a new professional grade microphone.
Oh, I thought it was a black tabletop tennis paddle.
That is actually a pop guard, is the official name of that. And this is what's called a ribbon mic. They're very, very delicate. They come in a awesome.
I can't hear you.
I know.
Mic sucks.
They come in a very awesome professional case that you have to carry it around in, or it will break. Like literally, it's pretty serious stuff.
Wow.
How much do they cost is the question.
Well, I will say I got it on sale.
It doesn't help the answer. It's just
that means that's Xbox One budget, I'm guessing.
Oh no. But altogether, altogether, it was cheaper than the Titanfall bundle. We'll put it that way.
Oh, okay.
That's not too bad.
I found this in an old box for a cell phone.
Yeah, that's nice. But
Sounds
you're not.
great.
That's nice, but since you don't do any reviews on the site, Dave, then you're not doing any production there.
He broke it. He broke me. Oh, God. I found this. This is what I use. I found it. Sorry.
It was a problem with the
Remember how I said about here's where I want the podcast to be, and then here's where it actually is.
Firing me is the first step into
So-
elevating this thing.
My final thoughts are I actually discovered a new app that has been burning a ton of my time. It's really good. It's a free app called Geek Chat, where people go and they create chats about anything geeky.
Sweet.
Yeah, so I've literally been in this chat about video games for the last 4 days with people, and it's, people come in, people go out, and there's always something to talk about. It's kind of interesting.
That
So-
sounds dirty.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's much better than the chat that I wound up seeing when I first checked it out.
Oh,
It's
well,
just
yeah, they
about
have those kind of chats too.
Superman like blasting a hole through Lois's uterus. Not cool.
Wow.
And yet we seem to find new bottoms for this podcast about every
Game
couple
on!
minutes.
Yay!
Game on!
And,